After weeks of massive gaming showcases, the dust has finally settled, but all of us were left with the same bittersweet feeling. Summer Game Fest happened, State of Play came and went, Xbox made a big statement, but the three huge names we were all looking for were once again nowhere to be seen. Hogwarts Legacy 2, Star Wars Jedi 3, and Horizon 3. So why are these games, which millions of players are waiting for, playing hide and seek with us? Is this silence actually bad news, or are the companies simply waiting for the right moment? Today, we're putting the behind-the-scenes reality of these three major franchises on the table, why they weren't shown, and their possible release dates. So let's talk about them one by one. Hogwarts Legacy 2. First, let's start with Hogwarts Legacy 2, because among these three games, this is one of the clearest sequels in terms of commercial potential. The first game sold incredibly well, brought interest in the Harry Potter universe back to the center of the gaming world, and became a massive success for Warner Bros. That's why Hogwarts Legacy 2 coming eventually is not really a surprise to anyone. In fact, on Warner Bros. Side, the sequel has clearly been talked about as one of the company's major priorities. So the question here is not, will Hogwarts Legacy 2 happen? The real question is this: if it is happening, why wasn't it shown at Summer Game Fest or State of Play? In my opinion, the biggest reason is that Warner Bros. Does not want to waste this game with an ordinary trailer. Because Hogwarts Legacy 2 will probably not be marketed like a small DLC or a simple sequel. This game will most likely be introduced as part of Warner Bros.' new major Harry Potter era. This is where HBO's new Harry Potter series becomes very important as well, because Warner Bros. Most likely wants to grow the gaming side, the TV side, and the overall Wizarding World brand at the same time. That's why the reveal of Hogwarts Legacy 2 may not come during some random summer event, but as part of a bigger and more controlled marketing plan. So I don't think not seeing it this summer is bad news. It feels more like Warner Bros. Saying, it's not time yet. My guess is that the most logical reveal window for Hogwarts Legacy 2 would be late 2026 or 2027. A big stage like the Game Awards or a special PlayStation, Warner Bros. Showcase would make much more sense for this game. As for the release, late 2027 or 2028 feels more realistic. Because when you think about the scale of the first game, it won't be enough for the sequel to simply offer more spells and a bigger map. People are expecting a better school system, a more alive Hogwarts, stronger choices, a deeper RPG feeling, and a truly improved sequel. Star Wars Jedi 3. Now let's move on to Star Wars Jedi 3. This one is a little more interesting, because the future of this game seems almost certain. On EA's side, it was said that Cal Kestis' story would conclude with a third game, and that made expectations even bigger. So players are not just waiting for a new Jedi game, they are also waiting for the end of Cal's story. Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out in 2023 and seriously raised the bar after Fallen Order. We saw bigger worlds, a better combat system, a more cinematic story, and stronger character moments. Because of that, expectations for the third game are much higher. So, if this game is being developed and will be the finale of the story, why wasn't it shown at these events? I think the most important reason is that EA does not want to reveal this game too early. Because if Star Wars Jedi 3 is shown at the wrong time, it will start the hype too soon, and then if there are months or even years of silence, that hype could backfire. Another reason could be the technical issues Jedi Survivor had around launch. The game was loved, but it received a lot of criticism, especially on the performance side. EA and Respawn probably want to show the third game with the message of, this time, we're coming in cleaner, more prepared, and more confidently. That's why not seeing Star Wars Jedi 3 at Summer Game Fest is not that surprising. EA will probably want to reveal this game according to its own schedule, with a much clearer release window. Because Cal Kestis' final game is not a small announcement. It is a major moment that needs the right trailer, the right music, and the right story emphasis. My guess is that the first serious reveal for Star Wars Jedi 3 could arrive in late 2026 or sometime in 2027. As for release, 2027 or 2028 makes more sense. But there is also a small possibility here. If development is moving faster than expected, EA may want to announce the game and release it without making players wait too long. So the silence around Jedi 3 this summer does not mean the game is in trouble. It feels more like EA has not opened the curtain yet, and I think when it is finally revealed, it will arrive directly with a major story trailer and the message of Cal's final journey. Horizon 3. Now let's come to the most complicated one, Horizon 3. Because among these three games, I think this may be the one fans are asking, why is it still missing? About the most. Horizon Forbidden West came out in 2022, and a serious amount of time has passed since then. On top of that, The ending of the second game made it very clear that Aloy's story was not finished. Guerrilla had previously pointed toward Aloy's next adventure, so the main series does not seem to have been completely shelved. But recently, other projects around the Horizon brand have come forward. Especially co-op, multiplayer-style Horizon games and different spin-off projects have been discussed, and some have even been officially announced. I think this is the main reason Horizon 3 did not appear at these events. Sony and Guerrilla may currently be trying to grow the Horizon brand, not only through Aloy's main story, but as a larger universe. So the main game may still be coming, but the priority order seems to have shifted toward other Horizon projects for now. This is a little frustrating for fans, because what people are really waiting for is very clear. Where is Aloy's story going? What comes after Forbidden West? What will the new threat be? Will the third game be the finale of the series? These are huge questions waiting for answers. But from Sony's perspective, showing Horizon 3 too early could also be risky. Because if the game is set for 2028 or later, showing a small teaser in 2026 would be too early. People would get excited, and then if there is no news for 2 years, the pressure of "where is the game" would grow even more. That's why my most logical guess for Horizon 3 is this. If the game is going to be one of the final major titles of the PS5 era, it could be revealed in 2027. But if Sony is planning it as a major transition game closer to the PS6 era, the reveal could even slip to late 2027 or 2028. So the absence of Horizon 3 creates more question marks for me than the other two. Hogwarts Legacy 2 seems to be waiting for the right marketing moment, Jedi 3 seems to be waiting for the right reveal moment, but on the Horizon 3 side, Sony's strategy looks more complicated, because instead of the main game, they are pushing spin-off and multiplayer projects forward first. Overall, the fact that these 3 games were not shown this summer does not mean they have been cancelled, but we also have to admit this. Players were not wrong to expect them. Horizon, Hogwarts Legacy, and the Jedi series are already among the biggest brands of recent years, and people are right to be waiting for news about these games. I think the main message of this video should be this. These games have not disappeared, but the companies do not want to bring them on stage yet. Hogwarts Legacy 2 may be tied to the bigger Harry Potter plan. Star Wars Jedi 3 may be getting carefully prepared because it is Cal Kestis' finale, and Horizon 3 may be waiting behind Sony's strategy to expand the Horizon universe. So the answer is not simple, but the picture looks like this. We may see Hogwarts Legacy 2 revealed in late 2026 or 2027. For Star Wars Jedi 3, late 2026. 2027 is also a strong possibility. Horizon 3 could appear as early as 2027, but more realistically, it may show up closer to 2028. And the most interesting part is this. The moment one of these games gets announced, the internet will explode again. Because more than new IPs, people want to see where the big franchises they love are really going. We want to return to Hogwarts, we want to see Cal Kestis' finale, and we want to learn how Aloy's story will end. That's why even the silence around these 3 games has become a huge topic on its own. So what do you think? Which of these 3 games do you think will be announced first? Hogwarts Legacy 2, Star Wars Jedi 3, or Horizon 3? And which one do you want to see the most? Make sure to write it in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious about what players are expecting here. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We'll continue to be here for new announcements, rumors, and major developments in the gaming world. I'll see you in the next video.